Welcome to my channel World of Words. Today's presentation is based on handwriting. So, introduction to handwriting. What is handwriting? Handwriting is described as the formation of letters, characters, or symbols using a writing implement according to a recognition pattern of to communicate with partner. So, handwriting is anything, any writing written by the hand using any type of instrument and on any surface that helps one to communicate with another person. By reading the right handwritten characteristics, the person can know what the other person wants to share. Handwriting of any individual depends on various class and individual characteristics. So class characters are group of characters which are observed in many individuals and all individuals basically and individual characteristics are present in a particular person and it is individual to individual. Ralph and Milford has given 24 factors for identifying handwriting. The handwriting is taught from a model system. The act of continuously repeating the written characters fixes the form in one's the mind of the writer, normally during the chat, until production of these forms become automatic. And with time, a person develops his or her own characters in the writing, which then becomes the individual characteristics of the writing of that person. Principles of handwriting. The identification of handwriting is based on some established scientific principles. First one is the handwriting of every matured person is personal and individual. It is impossible for a person to produce exactly the same as written first. It is due to the natural variation. No two signatures can be alike. 4. If two signatures are alike, then one of them must be forged. Fifth one. With time, every person undergoes some gradual changes and it is slow. Two different persons cannot write in the same way. One cannot adapt different writing styles at different times. A disguised handwriting is superficial. The attempt to disguise is simple. So, handwriting of all individual is individual to that person and due to the individual characteristics. And while writing, one person cannot reproduce the exact same writing as written first, and this is due to the natural variation. So when there is two signatures which are exactly alike, we can consider that the signature writing must be forged one. But with time, this writing characteristics changes. But at one time, one cannot adapt to different writing styles, which is impossible. And the disguise leads to us inferiority in the writing quality, which can also be identified with time. Natural variation. Natural variation are due to the fact that our nervous system does not work like a computer. Natural variations are the imprecision with which habits of the writer are executed on repeated occasion. It is an attribute of very perpetual motor task. So, natural variations are natural. From the name, we can understand that. It is natural and it varies with time. The variations occurs as individualized modifications of the copybook formation by giving handwriting its distinctive individuality. It is influenced by various external and internal factors, which includes the age, religion of the person, the health, writing instrument, posture, emotion, drugs or alcohol, fatigue, and writing position. These variations affect the pictorial effect, slant, size of the writing. So with age, when a person starts to write, he first im- implicates a copybook type of writing, and with time, he develops his own individual characteristics. Health. If any person is suffering from any disease like the Parkinson's disease, then the person have a shaky hand while writing. Adding instrument includes different types of pens, nature of the surfaces, and with the change in the instrument and the nature of surface, the handwriting varies. Emotion. If a person is emotionally weak and he is sad, then the writing will vary. Posture. Writing straight, sitting on a table and chair, the handwriting will be better than writing in the style of moving train or bus. That is how the posture of the person and the environment also affects the handwriting and causes the natural variations. Class and individual characteristics. Class characteristics are the handwriting characteristics that are reflected in a group of individuals which are learned by them from the onset of writing when they are a child. This basically refers to the basic writing features present and the beginning which is there of copybook type of writing from which with time they develop their characteristics which are different to each individual which are referred to as the individual characteristics of one's handwriting. Following are some features that are covered in class characteristics which includes the type of movement. Basically there are four types of movement in case of writing. One is the finger movement, where only the finger movement occurs and no other part of the hand is elsewhere. Wrist movement. Here, the movement of the wrist takes place. Then comes the forearm movement. It refers to the movement of the forepart of the arm. And the whole arm movement is the whole arm moves while writing. The whole arm movement is basically seen in case of writing on whiteboards or blackboards. Then comes the speed. The speed of writing refers to the way the writing is written, whether it is written in hurry. Then the line quality. The lines written by an experienced person are smooth and uniform, whereas the writings by an uneducated ones they become rough and they does not maintain a good line quality. Skill. Skill develops with time and best described as the appreciation of beauty in one's writing. Rhythm. Rhythm is found in the writing of educated persons in more ample way, whereas it refers to the flow of the writing, spacing between the lines, words, and letters. While writing, some people leave a lot of space between two alphabets in a letter. The space between two words in a writing refers to the spacing between the words, and the spacing between the lines refers to the space between the words along with the space between the two lines. All these are some of these class characteristics. In the next slide, there are more. Slant. Slant refers to the angle of inclination of the writing. Whether the writing is from the baseline of the writing or it may be forward leaning towards the right or backward leaning towards the left. Style of writing. The style primarily depends from the initial training, but with time it gets adapted and modified. Alignment. It is the relationship of a writing to the baseline. Connecting strokes. The connecting strokes joins the two alphabets from one to another. The size and proportion of letters. Some people, the writings are up in a bigger size than some people write in the letters in small size. These are the size and proportions, not the capital letter or the small letter, but the size of the letters. Tremors. Tremors occurs as a natural variation in the handwriting of persons, basically seen in old aged persons or Pictorial effects of the writing refers to the person's writing skill of the writer. In clumsy writings, the pictorial effects are not good, but in a beautiful writing, we can say the pictorial effects of the writing is really beautiful. Pen pressure refers to the amount of pressure a person puts while writing. It is only visible in case of handwritten documents, not in other like printed documents. Individual characteristics are the characters which are developed in the individual after they have started their writing, and it makes a person's writing different from the others. These individual characters are important for verifying a writing or comparing writing from one person to the other. Factors affecting handwriting. There are both intrinsic and extrinsic factors that affect the handwriting of any individual. So, extrinsic factors are those that are external factors like the pen, nature of the surface, physical environment, education, and intrinsic factors are those that are the internal factors of the person like the physical health, mental health, nervous temperament, temporal status, genetic factors. So, external factors affect the handwriting like the pain, the nature of the surface by which the handwriting varies, and the intrinsic factors like the physical health, mental health also affects the handwriting of an individual. If a person is under any substance abuse, then the handwriting may be irregular one. Similarly, if the person has is high educated, which is the extrinsic factors, the handwriting will be better. And with the variation of the nature of the surface and the writing instrument, the handwriting of individuals are varied. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and like the videos in my channel.